Well, how you doing? Zon's the Ramen Raider, coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles, and today I've got one from Malaysia. Thank you to Mr. Felix over at Mamee Shinsagai. This is Mamee Monster Daebak Ghost Pepper Mee Goreng Indonesia. You know what that means? Get to watch me cook it up, and then I'm going to do a mukbang. What's a mukbang? Well, that's when you make the spicy noodles and you eat them. If you want to contest me on that, and that's pretty much what it is. So people have been wanting to like argue so much lately. God. I think that's our biggest thing that happened with this whole pandemic. I swear people just got bitchier. I don't know why, but people are just like really meh, 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 meh. It's like things are getting better in a lot of places. Shouldn't that be like cause for celebration unless complaining is? No? It said cook for 4 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna do 5. Because I'm also gonna show you how I get ready for a mukbang. Honestly, I don't always do this, but I thought I'd try it special this time because I haven't done one in a little while. And I never used to do it at all, but people nowadays kind of got me thinking about it, and I was like, hey, I don't do this, wait, maybe I could try. And so I did, and it seems to make a bit of a difference. I don't know how hot this is gonna be. Their other stuff's plenty hot, so. And I'm gonna eat it with stuff in it. So if that's too much for you, then you might as well do something else. Some people get really, really mad about that. It's like if you put something in instant noodles and then do a spicy noodle thing, like, well, it's just not as hot when you do that. Or if you do it according to factory specs, well, if you do it this way, it's hotter. Yeah. You can get a lot of people that complain. Honestly, it's really not me, not what I'm about. And people don't like that in Thailand. I'll tell you that right now. Complaining and being bitter and angry about things, they really don't like that in Thailand. So just don't go to Thailand if you want to complain about it. So number 34, it took 48 years of my life to come up with the idea of raw instant noodles. Each and every event in the past is connected to the present by invisible threads. So speaking of complaining, I used to always buy beer in a 22-ounce bottle. It's a nice amount, you know. But what I found, and I was told by some places, 22s just don't sell. And I was like, really? Well, what are you supposed to buy? And as it turns out, they decided that the way to go were cans. And the homebrew place around here told me, yeah, actually, if you do them in cans, they're, you know, they stay better longer. I'm like, in a can? Doesn't it taste like canned? I mean, I'll drink a Coke out of a can. I've never really been one to drink Coke out of a bottle, maybe a plastic bottle. Beer out of a plastic bottle. Oh no. Just something about glass bottles for beer. Old English 800 now, it comes in 42-ounce plastic bottles. Not that I'm an aficionado of that particular swill, but I find that fascinating and really gross. But yeah, I went and I got some Fremont. There's one called Lush and one called Ollie, and I tried them back to back and in 12-ounce cans. And honestly, okay, all right, I can live with that. I can live with that. And honestly, it's lighter in the trash can, so I don't have to like deal with too heavy of trash to carry out. Digs up less trash because, you know, you can always smash the can. So, yeah. Ugh. Yeah. So, I guess all in all, it's been all right, you know. Although I think I may just kind of drop the whole beer thing anyways. It costs money, which I don't want to spend. And I picked up a few pounds, so I want to get rid of that, and I don't think the beer helps with that. So, because with beer comes snacks. So, oh, and it is hot back here. The AC is going full tilt right there. And all the heat just comes into the kitchen. I mean, I'm sweating now. No bueno. Thank you, machinery, for doing your part in making my life easier. This is actually my favorite one that I downloaded. Called Space. I think they're from the 80s. I think this is pretty good stuff. So if you don't, that's all right. Powder. We got like 3 liquid sachets now coming on in. Seasoning sauce. And it's got a little warning thing on it. Oh, I have a feeling, yeah, this is like sweet soy sauce. This one says chili sauce, so this is probably like extra pedas chili sauce. Oh wow, I can smell it from here. That is really sweet. Wow. And then we've got this. Now this one is showing like, use it to here, it's spicy. Here it's super spicy, and here it's like, oh my god. So we're gonna use all of it, of course. Here it goes. And now we're going to stir it up. It smells kind of spicy. noodles are nice and thick looking. I like that. This looks delightful. Yeah, that reminds me of a band called Space, which was kind of like a French synth pop kind of wave deal from the early 80s, late 70s, like spacey disco stuff. I enjoy that. Gives me a certain pleasure. Have pleasure in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you? Don't you enjoy the pleasure of pleasurable things? Alright. So what do we want to do to you? Well, first off, what do we always do with me Goreng? About my wife. I hope she doesn't watch this episode. Actually, if it works out well, then I'll just complain about me and my short-sightedness. But check this spatula out. Look how thick it is. I'm like, and it's got holes in it. Oh, man. Oh, it's gonna just destroy this perfecto egg. I think. Okay, fine. Short-sighted. It's funny. It's a really, really, really thick spatula. Like really thick. I'm gonna add some couple fishball. Trifecta of fishball. Some shrimp, because shrimp are good. Some shrimp. We're gonna add some spring onions as well. That didn't work out so well, but we'll give it a go. I feel like it needs something, but I'm gonna... Sesame seed? I don't think so. It's a mukbang. This is what it's gonna get. I think this is kind of a fitting thing. Oh, maybe a little bit of sesame seed. Not much, though. Definitely doesn't need pepper with what it's claiming. Ah! It needs its garnish. That's what it needs. So, being a mukbang, you're not going to hear anything from me about it until it's when I started eating it. So, let's let Rotato work some love and magic right now while I see why my children are yelling at each other. I think all is well. I'll be right back. We'll listen to something else. So there you go. I'm gonna get to do some beauty pictures of this, and then it's gonna be time for the mukbang. So hey, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. I'll catch you on the flip. Bye bye.